Welcome. This is the informational meeting for the application process for Habitat for Humanity of East and Central Pasco County. The meeting will start in a few minutes. If you have any questions or any comments, please hold them to the end of the meeting so that they can be addressed all at one time together. The chat is available if you'd like to put questions in there that can be answered at the end. Again, we'll be starting in a few moments. Welcome. This informational meeting will review the application process, the application itself, and the verification documents required for consideration to the Habitat for Humanity Affordable Home Ownership Program for East and Central Pasco Habitat for Humanity affiliate. Please hold all questions to the end. The chat box is available if you'd like to submit a question to be reviewed at the end of this meeting. All Habitat for Humanity affiliates are independent and may have a different application process. Habitat for Humanity of East and Central Pasco County builds safe, affordable homes with local families in Pasco County, Florida. Together with volunteers, donors, and community partners, we bring people together to build homes, communities, and hope. We believe affordable home ownership plays a critical role in strong and stable communities. Habitat for Humanity of East Central Pasco builds single-family homes, and sometimes we rehabilitate existing homes. Homeowner partners then purchase their home with an affordable mortgage. Habitat for Humanity of East Central Pasco County builds homes that come with our standard homeowner's warranty and are energy efficient. Depending on the size of the family and the availability of home sites, we have built homes with 2 to 6 bedrooms and 1 or 2 bathrooms. Our most typical home is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,556 square foot floor plan. Habitat for Humanity builds throughout East and Central Pasco in places where we can find affordable land. Once approved for the program, we will meet with you to review available home sites. Habitat for Humanity does not give away houses. Instead, future homeowners build alongside us and volunteers to build or rehabilitate a home in a place where they would love to live. Habitat for Humanity increases access to affordable homes and affordable credit, especially among people locked out of the housing market. The cost of your mortgage payments will depend on the value of the land and the size of the home. This cost includes escrowed property taxes and homeowners insurance. Habitat for Humanity of East and Central Pasco County prohibits discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, disability, familial status, and national origin. Habitat for Humanity home buying partners are selected according to the following requirements: need for better housing, ability to repay an affordable mortgage, and willingness to partner with Habitat. Need for better housing consists of the following situations. Are you living in conditions such as overcrowded conditions, unsafe, unsanitary conditions, substandard housing, such as leaky roof, poor heating, or lacking proper plumbing, or paying a very high percentage of your income for rent, which is determined as more than 30%. Ability to repay an affordable mortgage. Wage earners must demonstrate a steady source of income for at least 2 years, meet necessary income-related qualifications that include a sufficient debt-to-income ratio, and have reasonably good credit. We don't require perfect credit. We consider families who demonstrate the ability to make regular payments on their bills. For our current cycle, we are considering those with credit scores of 640 or above on a FICO score. If your credit needs work, we can refer you to resources that can help you to apply for a future home. Income-based is based on the number of household members and the total household income. This includes child support, alimony payments, and employment income obtained from everyone living in the home. Habitat for Humanity of East and Central Pasco uses the HUD income standards to serve 80% or below of the area median income. Willingness to partner is our third criteria. Homebuyer partners must show a genuine interest in the overall community reinvestment philosophy of Habitat for Humanity of East and Central Pasco County. Once a homebuyer partner is selected and approved, that applicant must then complete up to 400 sweat equity hours. In addition to the selection criteria, the basic qualification requirements for this affiliate are: you must have lived or worked in our service area for at least a year prior to application. Our service area is East and Central Pasco County. You must be a U.S. citizen or a permanent resident. You must have 2 years of verifiable income and the ability to repay the mortgage. Additionally, this income must meet the current HUD income guidelines, which are defined annually by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. As you can see in this chart, the number of people living in the home is reflected on the left. The minimum income to qualify is the center column. In the right column is the maximum yearly income that the household needs to qualify. This is all gross or before taxes. We currently require our home buyers to attend the Pasco County Homebuyer class. This 8-hour HUD certified class is mandatory for all borrowers seeking local, state, and federal down payment assistance. This class is open to the public and can be taken prior to applications being made with Habitat, but not required until closing day. Please be advised it must be taken no sooner than 2 years from your home closing date, because each certificate expires after 2 years. We require all home buyers to apply with a third-party financing, such as the local community banks or the USDA Rural Development 502 program. There is a cash requirement, typically covers the estimated first year of insurance. These lenders approximately require $1,000 payable over time prior to closing. We check and verify information about prospective homebuyer partners on their income, current rent, and relationships with landlords, and account status with utility companies and banks. We also verify references, run credit and background checks, including criminal history. I'll quickly review what sweat equity is, as this is a component of our program. Sweat equity is the time participants invest in earning the right to purchase their own homes. Following the approval of the selection committee, the prospective homeowner must complete the required number of sweat equity hours before being able to purchase their home. For successful completion of the program, 400 hours per household will be required. Habitat applicants attend homebuyer classes, work at the job site, work with fundraising or other events until they reach their goal. Sweat equity is not a simple program requirement. Rather, sweat equity is an exciting cornerstone to the Habitat ministry, designed to meet important objectives: partnership, pride in home ownership, and the development of skills and knowledge. Applicants learn about the construction and maintenance issues they will face after occupancy. We would like applicants to experience the pride of home ownership and accomplishment of their goals. We hope that the hours spent working on sweat equity will be both enjoyable and rewarding, and that the partnership forms will continue long after the home buyer moves in. The application and the listing of all verification documents that will be completed are available online through our website, habitatpasco.org, when our application window reopens September 8th. This is a list of the documents that will be required. You will need to collect a government-issued ID for all household members 18 or older, 6 weeks of consecutive pay stubs for all adults in the household or employed, 2 months of all recent bank account statements for all accounts held by household members, the most recent of any award letter for all state and federal benefits received by any members of the household. If child support is received, we'll need a copy of the child support order along with your last 12 months child support account summary. This is usually provided by the county clerk, and a divorce decree if applicable. We'll also require 2 years of your most recent signed federal tax forms and any W-2s for all household members. Recent credit report or statement explaining why you're not required to file taxes. The statement of explanations would be also for any late payments, collections, or judgments incurred over the last 2 years, or anything filed on your credit report that is a late payment, collection, or judgment, and any other negatively reported items on your credit or background reports. All applicants will need to collect all the required verification documents to be submitted together all at once. Incomplete applications will not be processed. This verification may be brought to our offices during business hours, placed into our secure drop box outside the office, or mailed to the affiliate offices. The affiliate office is located at 37220 Meridian Avenue, Dade City, Florida, 33525. If you are mailing verification documents, it must be postmarked by October 1st, 2025 in order to be considered alongside your application. Electronic or emailed verification documents will not be processed. Documents submitted with your application will not be returned to the household. Do not send original copies of any verification documents. Once applications have been received, the affiliate will verify the qualifications are met for the program. Applicants that are determined to not meet eligibility criteria will be notified through the mailing address or email listed in your application, along with the reason for your denial and what actions may be taken for future successful application submission. Applicants that are determined to meet eligibility criteria will then be scheduled an appointment for one-on-one counseling, and if mortgage ready, will have their documentation prepared for review by third-party underwriters to determine eligibility for available funding options. The selection of eligible applications will likely require submission of additional or updated documents, which will be considered competitively based on selection criteria and approved or denied by our third-party underwriters. Applicants will be notified of funding approval by the affiliate through mailing or email addresses submitted with your application. The applicants that meet selection and third-party funding criteria will then be reviewed by the affiliate board of directors selection committee to determine final approval and selection into the Habitat for Humanity Affordable Home Ownership Program. The affiliate program manager will schedule an onboarding appointment with those selected applicant households to initiate a partnership agreement, any necessary purchase contracts, and explain the scheduling and policies for earning sweat equity towards their home. The application process can take anywhere from 1 to 3 months, depending on the applicant's ability to complete the different stages of the document, including submission and reviews. Construction on the home typically begins at board approval and may take up to a year to complete. At this point, we will go through the online application for the Habitat for Humanity Affordable Home Ownership Program. This is an online application, not paper as has been done in the past. So the process will be different, but the information gathered is the same. The application is broken up into 14 parts with some authorization forms. At any point, you can save your information and leave the application and then return later, especially if you need to collect information to answer the questions correctly. I'm going to now bring up pictures of the application so that you can follow along with me. The first screen, you'll be filling out your basic information about the applicant. It's pretty standard. If you just follow the instructions on the screen, it'll take you through with no issue. Each screen, you're going to save and move forward to the next section or go backwards. You can go forward or backwards once you've saved. The second screen goes over the information regarding your present address. There next will be a willingness to partner statement. It's a simple yes or no answer. Next, you will explain your present housing conditions. This is important because it also is used to help determine your need for housing, which, as was stated earlier, is a competitive aspect of the application. So you want to make sure you're thorough in explaining why or what the reasons are of why you need a Habitat home and what your current housing conditions are. Next, you're going to give property information. This is for someone who currently owns or previously owned a home. Next, you're going to fill out your employment information. This is for your current employment, if it's applicable. Make sure that the information is correct because we will verify employment. You're required to have stable employment for at least 2 years. It does not need to be the same position, but it does need to be consistent employment without breaks. So this is the point the screen that you would fill out information about any previous position that you had if you've had more than one position in the last 2 years. Next, you will give out information concerning your monthly income. It is important if you're self-employed that you realize there'll be additional documents that you'll need to submit, typically 12 months worth of bank statements involving your business and 2 years tax returns. The entire tax form, all schedules. Habitat for Humanity does not require down payment. However, as I've discussed before, there's a cash requirement with our third-party lenders towards your escrow. So this is where you would explain where any of those funds are coming from. But again, Habitat does not have any construction costs, down payment expenses, or any other closing costs. Next, to list any assets that you have. You want to be specific, and you're filling out the asset value based on the date of application. So if you're putting in a checking or savings account, you would list the balance on that day. Next, you will fill out the screen that explains your current debt, whether it's car payment, credit cards. You want to list all of the payments that are given monthly. These are minimum payments, not if you choose to pay extra or pay additional payment, we're looking for the minimum payment for these debts. We then list your monthly expenses that are not debt related. There are some authorizations that you will complete for the forms or for the application. We also will be verifying your rental history. So we'll need information about your current landlord. It's self-explanatory. There's government declarations that all housing applicants or loan applicants must complete for the federal government. If you're unmarried, there's a simple statement that says that you don't have property with someone else you're not married to. Florida law, if you're married, all property is joint owned and they would need to be on the application with you. Finally, there is a paragraph or a window for writing a short paragraph that explains why you should be selected, what your personal history is, what brought you to this point, how becoming a partner with Habitat would benefit you and your family, how it would benefit our community. And it's just a chance for you to explain your situation and why you should be the person selected for the next home. There's some demographic information that's also required by the federal government for anyone that's applying for a loan. There's an Equal Credit Opportunity Act notice. And then you're basically going to sign that you're required to submit your taxes, including all W-2s, 1099s, or any other filing that you may have. We're going to go back to the slides. All right, if you have any questions at this time, feel free to put them in the if they put them in the chat, or if you have a microphone, you can go ahead and answer any or ask any questions that you have. I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. Seeing no questions, we're going to go ahead and close out this meeting. If you have questions in the future, feel free to reach out to me. Here's our website, here's my phone number and my email. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions that you would like to ask specifically about the application. If you need accommodations, you can set up an appointment to come in the office and fill out the application here online. Otherwise, the application will be on our website with a link at habitatpasco.org under the homeownership tab beginning September 8th. Application window goes until the October 1st. Before you start, you basically just want to review these program requirements, which are posted on our website, to see if you're interested and able to join the program. First step is to fill out the application completely and correctly to the best of your ability, beginning September 8th. Second, you would want to collect all the items that were in that verification checklist. There's a copy of the checklist already posted on our website. Please ensure you don't send original papers or original copies, because I have no ability to send them back to you. If you do not send the verification documents, I cannot process your application. They will need to be either mailed or dropped off at our office. You can turn in your documents only after you submit your application. Our office is available Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4:30 p.m. We also have a drop box that's secured that you can drop the documents off after hours. Our office is located at 37220 Meridian Avenue, Dade City, Florida, 33525. Our mailing address is the same. You would send your verification documents to Habitat for Humanity, East and Central Pasco County. The address again is 37220 Meridian Avenue, Dade City, Florida, 33525. These envelopes must be postmarked by October 1st, 2025. Once again, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me at 352-437-5383 or send me an email to jferguson@habitatpasco.org. If we need to meet you in person, just make an appointment and we'll let you know when your scheduled appointment time is to come in and to do the application in person on one of our terminals. Thank you very much for your time, and everyone have a blessed day.